Hi guys, and welcome back to the channel. In this video we are going to do all things power and electrics. We are going to focus on fitting the leisure battery, which is going to go under the passenger seat just down here. We've also got the CTEK D250SE, and that is a piece of kit that is both a battery to battery charger, so charging the leisure battery from the vehicle battery, and also an MPPT, which I had to look up what that is. It is a maximum power point tracking unit, so essentially it optimizes the power that's coming in from the solar panels. So in a lot of vans you'll see that there's a battery to battery charger and an MPPT. This thing should do both. I'll put this wiring diagram on screen for you if it's of interest for your own van builds, but essentially from the vehicle battery we're going to be running a positive cable from the positive terminal of that via a fuse to the CTEK unit, and then the CTEK will be connected to the leisure battery. We're using 6mm cable because that's what the CTEK says it needs in the manual, and also we're not going to be running anything massive in this van, so no big inverter, no hot tub, no nuclear power station, so it doesn't need to be a massive cable. By the way, these things are to try to combat hay fever, not because I want to look brainy, because we're talking electrics. First of all, we check whether the battery tray I've bought fits, which it does, and then that the battery fits the tray.
It doesn't quite, because it can't go far enough back that way, so we might just want to bend that lip off.
The tray comes with a strap, which we decide to fit around the middle of the battery. Then it's time to trim the flooring to get the tray to sit as flat as possible.
No, you've not got any wires underneath, you checked, yeah?
Yeah, I can see that there's no wires, and I have checked.
Good. Get this out of the way a bit.
We found it quicker to take the seat base out, so now we put it back in and make sure all of the cables are free.
So there's no weight on them.
That's good. And the tray fits nicely now. Basically a grommet thing down there. Okay, so that's where we're aiming to get the wire that goes to the vehicle battery from. Then we loosely fit the CTEK and put the right connectors onto the end of our wires. The instruction manual is clear about what size cables to use and what needs to connect where. So if we ever need to disconnect it, we can just do that rather than having to cut a wire.
Yeah, and in theory that's all insulated, so if it's like against a bit of metal it won't connect anything.
Clever.
Theory?
Yeah. Okay. So we've got ins on the left hand side for the solar and the vehicle battery, and out on the right hand side. Okay. We feed the cable between the vehicle battery in the engine bay and the leisure battery, running the cable under the van and up through the existing grommet in the floor. That's the ground.
That's the ground. So we don't connect it yet, because that's like the last sort of bit, but then that'll go there.
On there, yeah, onto the negative terminal. So that's the cable that's run all the way from the vehicle battery under the van up through that grommet. Wicked. Yeah. Finally, it's time to connect it all up and see if it works. It's lit up. Look, it's got a light on it.
See if that wire's getting power from the battery. So
Let's do that.
ground on that bolt. Oops. Test that. Yeah, 12 volts.
12 volts. I don't know if you can see the screen, but yes.
Yeah.
Cool. And there we have it, a working battery to battery charger. Next up, it's the solar panel, which we do a different day. As we've gone for a bespoke mounting on crossbars, we've made some metal brackets to fix the panel to the bars, drilled holes in them and painted them black, as well as trimming the bolts which we'll be using so they won't stick too far above the panel. So what's the plan?
We've got 3 of these. So one there,
They look amazing.
one in the middle,
Yeah.
and one down there.
We drill some pilot holes, making sure to protect the panel with some wood.
Mark the holes we need. You can hold that just up there, just so I don't drill through it through the solar panel. One. So you've got 2 holes there now.
That's very neat.
So that
Should line up
should
with
line
that.
up like that. So
Having widened the holes,
don't
it's
like
time for
top
Kerry's
this.
least favourite task, riveting, watched over by a furry friend.
this is working. Right, Sandy, can you
Vacate.
vacate? 99.5.
49. So 49.
Yeah. That's how it's going to be. That works quite nicely.
Oh, that's well good. Then we rinse and repeat until all the brackets are in place.
That'll then go on a roof bar, like so.
Before we fit the panel, we need a hole in the roof for the cables to go through. I'm happy with its position, yeah, let's go for it. We'll be using a scan strut gland. It's not the cheapest, but it's low profile, neat and should prevent any water ingress. Big one. Now for the bars. So we fitted these rubber strips. These are our bolts that we've put in there, and you saw us fettling the other day. We even put a little bit of rubber strip between to try to stop any whistling. So next stage is to lift the panel up here and see how easy it is to fit and to get the wires through the hole which is just in front of the bar on that side. So toolbox torque, front on and then, okay, so we think this will hopefully like just fit on.
No. Can you get it?
Yeah, just about. Oh,
So,
it's a bit wobbly, but
and get the front ones on.
sounded good. There we go. Oh, there we go, we're on the back.
There you go, that's your solar panel on.
Amazing, that looks good. And just to reassure people, we've primered and painted that. Time to fit the gland. Share your installation with us. Scan strut on YouTube. We'll see how it goes first. Yeah, and then that top bit goes on top of it. Over the top.
On now, we're probably going to need to adjust the cable length, but
okay.
Just for sanity's sake.
Yeah, does it fit?
Yeah, it will.
So we're back from lunch and we have done another little bit on the van. So let's show you what we've done with those cables. So cables come through the roof over there. We will exchange those screws for some bolts, but we didn't have any to hand. We've left it hanging a little bit loose just in case we need to fettle anything. Obviously we will tidy that up later on once we're comfortable that everything's in the right place. Then we've just attached it to the existing wiring run and then brought it down here, removed that trim to get behind there, and while we were at it we've also taken off the black trim piece here which held the bulkhead, because we don't think we need that. Obviously we can put it back in if we find we do need it. So we've just followed this existing wiring down and we are running it just around the back of the seat here, in through there, and then obviously we've got to cut the wires, but it will then attach to the CTEK here. So we're just going to fit the trim back on now just to make sure that the wires do fit underneath it before we go too far with the install. They do indeed fit, although the trim puts up a bit of a fight. Oh, have you cut yourself?
Oh, I've cut myself.
Trim's back on, you'd never know they've been in yet. Then we shorten and connect the wires. Yep, we've got a solar light on right here. So that's good. And what's neat about this is that once it's charged the leisure battery, it should then start charging the vehicle battery, which is helpful because obviously at the moment with the back of a van looking like this, we're not really driving it anywhere. So every little helps and all that. So I've just done some cable tidying here, and this is a temperature sensor which needs to be mounted on a flat surface above the service battery, leisure battery, and as close to the positive terminal as you can get it. So we'll just do that now. There we go. Right, you're giving it a breathing hole.
Yeah, well, I don't want it to get too hot on that end. I don't really know.
There'll probably be some trim here potentially, yeah. So that'll hide those cables anyway. So there we have it, one solar panel. It's taken a few days to do bits and pieces, but overall I don't think it's been too onerous, and I don't think you can see it too much from ground level, which was the idea of sort of fixing it to the roof bars. So yeah, pretty happy with that. It's already doing its thing. So I think it's got some work to do over the next few days because it's supposed to be really hot and sunny. So yeah, probably good timing to fit it. If you've enjoyed this video, please do give it a big thumbs up, and also consider subscribing so you can watch us do a bit more outside and inside the van. Until the next one, take care.